It's not Gen Z slang. It's AAVE. And I'm sorry, TikTok has got you confused. I'm sorry. Okay. African American Vernacular English. That's what it is. I know people have always attempted to commercialize our Blackness, but one thing we must talk about and acknowledge is the rate of which TikTok is allowing this to happen. Back in 2020, when TikTok was even, when it even surged during the pandemic, it started out with people making up dances. What was it? Bougie, Ratchet, Savage. What Megan song was? Ratchet, whatever that name of that song was. Remember the girl made a TikTok dance, and then now we just say we've been TikTok dancing ever since, right? And so TikTok saw 315 million downloads in 2020, the first quarter of the pandemic. 315 million downloads according to reports. Lord, I was about to say according to court documents. According to reports, that was a 58% increase from the year before. 315 million downloads. So TikTok pretty much exploded. People got comfortable with it, and it has even since evolved. Some people say it's one of the best apps because you can do everything in one on that app. But while it created so many moments and gave us laughs and whatnot during the pandemic, it also gave people access without relationship, especially when it comes to Black culture, because every time you open your app on TikTok, you hear a Black trending song. I'm not saying non-Black people songs don't trend, but you got songs from back in the gap, you got songs from now. It's always a Black artist that's trending. It's always trends that Black creators set that non-Black creators, specifically white, take and become popular off of. TikTok has accelerated the commercialization of Black culture. And do y'all realize that? Okay. It used to be, at the very least, you had to be in some sort of proximity to even, some proximity to Black people to even pick up on a little bit of our culture. Maybe, you were one of, a few hundred students that went to school at a predominantly Black school. Maybe you may pick up on a little word here and there, whatever. But now you got suburban mom of 5 who stays at home with her kids talking about we knucking and bucking and ready to fight. Man, what? What? You don't even know what knuck if you buck means. You don't know what that song meant to us back in the early 2000s. You don't even know who rapped the songs. You don't even know the cultural context. You don't even know like what it does when we hear it. Like you don't know, but you knucking and bucking in your $2.5 million home voting for the ops self, but you knucking and bucking, right? You got so much of this happening, or some type of variation of this happening. And sure, people can enjoy whatever songs they want to enjoy. Songs, they're universal. They're fluid, whatever. But my point is, Black culture drives everything in this country. And what happens is they do what they always do. They steal it, rename it, sanitize it, and monetize it. Okay? Because AAVE, for example, African American Vernacular English, is not Gen Z slang. It's not internet slang. It's not slang, period. It's a language that was created from Southern folk. Okay? Okay? the Mississippi, the Alabama, Louisiana, Georgia, Texas. And it has birthed it into its own culture when it comes to how we can be from, I'm from Mississippi, but I can understand what my brother or sister from Philly is even saying. Hey, I can look at them and understand without even talking because we see each other. So my point is that is what's being stolen. And the way we speak is the thread that holds us all together. And when we commercialize it and take rename it, it detaches its origin. It removes the friction that white people should feel when confronted about cultural appropriation. It makes it neutral. It makes it for fun. And that's not it. It all started with somehow, I can't remember what happened, but all of a sudden white people online were starting saying bye Felicia. Yeah, do y'all remember that? This is before TikTok blew up. It was bye Felicia, bye Felicia, bye Felicia. And then it's evolved to crash out. White people saying YN. They are even using Black emojis. And my favorite one is when I'm scrolling through TikTok or any other app, and these white people are using these songs that have the N-word in the verse. And I'm like, wait a minute. Why are you even, what are you doing? What are you doing? And let me say this. I'm not asking for segregation. I'm not asking for segregation. I'm asking for respect. And I am asking for boundaries. Because every other culture can gatekeep and preserve what they got. But somehow, somewhere along the way, Black people, we've been talked out of doing so. And let's not talk about the use of the N-word. Oh my God, it's used. So I did not know that so many non-Black people use the N-word in conflict. They're not even talking to anybody that's Black. They just throwing it around. They just using it casually. It's just performing Black aggression without Black consequences. I mean, you want the edge, you want the humor, but you don't want the risk, you don't want the history, you don't want the punishment. I mean, that's not building, that's cosplay. I mean, you can take it on and put it out. Well, I'll be damned. Like I didn't know culture worked like that. It's ridiculous. I mean, you don't want the targeting, but you want to be cool though. Like to you, that's cool. You like I'm not quite understanding. You know what I'm saying? Again, using these Black emojis as a stand-in for Blackness. What? What are you doing? Like what are you doing? And don't get me started on these cookout invites that are seen as a proximity coupon or currency. Because let me tell you something. In 2026, people are still using, I'm gonna invite you to the cookout because you got a beat. You can clap on the 2 and the 4. You don't clap on the 1 and the 3. So let me invite you to the cookout, Susan. Like, what? Y'all be inviting them to the cookouts and then get mad when they take over the cookout and you can't even go to your own cookout. Because that's really what be happening. Because I already told you they steal it, they rename it, sanitize it, and then monetize it. Basically they dilute it and then monetize it. I mean, it's like the 5 horsemen on the 5 heartbeat. It's like the 5 horsemen, that group that was on the 5 heartbeats. Like, come on, be for real. Be for real. And I'm not understanding like the handout of symbolic passes. I don't understand that. And I still don't understand why proximity to white people looks like validation. I still don't understand the white gaze that some Black people have. It's like you're rewarded socially for being open, or maybe you think you are, or maybe people don't see you as, maybe people don't see you as being threatening. But I mean, you really confuse access with progress, because do we live in the same, do we see the same thing that I'm seeing? Like, I mean, The people in the White House are just as racist as I don't know what, but they still play all of our music on their accounts. They still putting their music on these accounts, this music on these accounts, on their accounts. And racist is all get out. But yeah, you think that somehow access means progress. Oh, are you serious? And so this is the thing. Gatekeeping is not hatred. It's boundary setting. Again, like I done said it, every culture has survived it, but Black people, we were shamed out of it. Like that's just it. And I realized that in this generation, I guess we have like these debates and stuff, online. This generation, they're very friendly. They give non-Black people the pass to say the N-word as long as it's not the hard ER, or they're so very understanding. Like it's a rapper right now. I don't even know his name. I was so taken aback. But he was just saying the N-word like just like it's second nature because he was, I guess, raised around Black people, so he can say the N-word. Like what? And he has fans who are Black. Y'all don't care. Like y'all don't care about, and it's just not saying the N-word. It's never just one thing. It is a multitude of things when we're still systemically oppressed. These white people are bobbing and weaving through the Black culture and still not even having one out, like a fraction of punishment or the burden that comes with being Black, but they're picking from the aesthetic of Blackness and putting it on. And when I think about this generation, they were raised online, so they don't even have community. They don't. They don't care about tradition. They want trends. Visibility is greater than protection. Going viral is greater than meaning. Nothing is sacred because sacred things don't trend. And if it's not trendy, if it's not cool, it's not hip, then so be it. And that is where we've lost the plot. So now I'm looking at your parents crazy, and a lot of the parents of these teens are my peers of my age. So now I'm looking at y'all like y'all crazy because when we grew up, this wasn't a thing. So I'm not quite sure where this overcorrection and this, I don't know, lack of care about our culture came from. Gatekeeping requires memory, context, discipline. Can't even talk. And a willingness to be disliked, because when you are on the horn and you send the 10 toes down for your culture, somebody not gonna like you, but who cares? Because this ain't for everybody. It ain't. Black culture is not a mood board. It's not a public resource. It's not a language pack. It's not a personality filter. Especially when we are still punished, erased, and policed, and not even believed. And I read a comment that stated, I guess it was a tweet, or maybe it was on Facebook. Somebody said, now people see that Black people were never lying. Like, now it's a big deal because y'all getting killed in the roads in Minnesota. And I'm like, that happened to George Floyd, though. I'm like, a Black man was killed by ICE New Year's, the day before New Year's Eve, just at the end of 2025. And I'm not minimizing anybody's death or circumstances or anything like that, but we've been going through this. But now, because you're superior, it's oh my God, we live like oh my God all the time, 24/7, 365 days. We're just accustomed to it, unfortunately. I'm just asking for people to respect the origin and restraint and respect our culture. Gatekeeping is not about exclusion, but it is about preserving meaning in a world that just profits off of diluting everything. Everybody doesn't get a pass. Everybody isn't for everybody. And not everything needs to be shared. I'm Lajanae, and this has been my Docket Diva Take.